Welcome to my channel. In this video we will cover the network section of vSphere environment. So far we have built datacenter, cluster, added host to vCenter inventory. In the initial section of this video we will redo our exercise of adding host, creating cluster etc. Once we add at least 2 hosts we will jump into the networking topic. VM network is a crucial topic. We have 4 physical network cards attached to our ESX host. We have kept the number of network card uniform on each host. Let's dive into the switch section of ESX host. As we can see, by default a virtual switch is configured. This switch is also called standard switch. Each host will have its own standard switch pre-configured. If we need an additional standard switch we can create one by clicking Add Networking button at the top. In the wizard, we have 3 options to select from. VM kernel, VM port group, physical
Select
adapter.
new standard switch.
We will select
and
skip
VM
the
port
assign
group.
adapter setting for now and click Next. We will accept the warning message for now. Go with the system default name for the new switch. And click Finish. A new switch is created. We can see the port group VM network 2 and there is no assigned physical adapter. Notice we are on the configure setting of host 192.168.1.21. We have switched to the other host 192.168.1.22. In the switch section we do not see the newly created standard switch. In the vSphere UI network section, we can see 2 network, VM network 2. Let's now try and migrate a VM from one network to another. As we can see the VM we choose to migrate is accessible from one host only. The other 2 hosts although available are not accessible. Thus creating a standard switch on one host limits the capability to move VM on different network within the same host. A standard switch is not available globally to all other hosts, which limits the use of VM where features like DRS, SDRS-HA etc. Let's create a distributed switch. In the Network section of vSphere UI, right-click Data Center and select New Distributed Switch. We can give a name to the DV switch or use the default. Proceed with the default setting for the rest of the steps and click Finish to complete configuration of a DV switch. In the topology section of the DV switch we can see the connectivity between the port group and uplinks or the physical adapters of the ESX host. We can create additional DV switch if there is a business requirement. For example, a DV switch for compute cluster and another for management cluster, storage, etc. In the network section of the host, we are still not seeing the DV switch created earlier. A standard or vSwitch is created at host level, and a distributed or DV switch is created at vCenter server level. We have to add the host to the DV switch. Follow the instruction in the video and add host to DV switch. After successful addition or migration of ESX host from vSwitch to DV-switch, we will see a difference in the topology. We can check the port group is associated to which uplink. Configure redundant uplink for a port group as a fault tolerance. If we check the vSwitch, we will find out that the networking settings are migrated to DV-switch. We can now delete the vSwitch and continue using DV-switch. That's the end of this video. I highly recommend configuring multiple NIC cards for ESX host. This will open more option for one to test with DV-switch networking.